Hello and welcome back to Boxing Social in association with Betfred. My name is Ayman Khan. We're here in Nottingham. We've concluded the press conference for Lee Wood versus Mick Conlan. With me is the one and only Thomas Carty. Thomas, first of all, how's life treating you?
Life is good. Life is very good. Yeah, no, in a good place at the moment.
That's brilliant to hear. I just thought I'd say to you, Thomas, before we start, have you seen your box rec photo yet?
It's bad.
It's bad.
It's bad. That photo is decent there now. I don't know how do we get that changed.
It's a good question. The Twitter heads should be able to know how to change a box rec photo, but it's something maybe you want to check out soon.
With a beard, I'm at the ground this beard. I want one updated, yeah. So if we can get that sorted out, Joe O'Neill is the man. I think he's the top man. I think he might be the fella that uploaded it in the first place. So I'll be having words with him.
Let's go straight into your fight this weekend. Great to be out 2022, starting off as nice and early as possible. But what do you want for your 2022, Thomas? 2022
for me, I want to keep progressing. But most important to me, I want to get a title. I want to fight for the Irish title, So the last person to hold that title would have been Tyson Fury. I keep saying this in interviews. I'm manifesting it. I want that title before the end of the year because it'd be great to do this interview now with a belt on the shoulder, you know what I mean? And then Dillian's going to take the belt that Tyson has at the moment, so we'll have all the belts.
I'm sure we'll get to that in a short while during this interview, but let's talk about you, your progression in your career. You had your debut, then the second fight, you had a win on points and a knockout. I just want to talk to you about kind of the initial kind of feelings of nerves. Did you ever have that, and have those dissipated now coming into what will be a third fight?
Making a debut, you have that monkey on your back. There's a certain element of pressure to perform, coming from a good amateur background. So we got that out of the way. But then fighting on a matchroom showdown in my second fight, which I didn't expect to happen, it's like making a debut all over again. So this time, I'm really enjoying this week, and I'm going to enjoy Saturday night.
Something that's on some fighters' minds in their careers is getting that knockout finish or that stoppage finish early as possible. You got that in your second fight. Was that ever in your mind to kind of tick that box off and get that early?
No, from sparring and stuff like that, I've sparred an awful lot of guys. I sparred top guys, but then I've sparred other guys on the come up. And I put guys down all the time, so it's not on my mind. It just happens for me. I don't have to go out and try and stop these guys because I'm a big puncher, you know what I mean? So the stoppages come when they come. I'm a fundamentally sound boxer, so I box first, you know what I mean? I'm not, a brawler going out trying to take people's heads off. I break people down carefully, and as the rounds go on, eventually lads just go down, whether it's left hands over the top, right hooks, or body shots,
You being a southpaw heavyweight, you don't get too many southpaws in boxing, especially at a heavyweight level. You must be someone who's brought in for sparring quite often as well. Talking about the sparring experiences that you've had that have improved you as a fighter. Yeah,
I would be, you could say highly sought after for sparring because it's quite a distinct style. But I've been in with some top guys, I've been in with Dillian Whyte, I've been in with AJ, Lawrence Akoli, Hergovich, Chisora, Brian Jennings. The list goes on for guys I've been in sparring with. And that's something that not a lot of people can say in the heavyweight division. I've shared the ring with top guys, not just, good prospects and lads that are coming up together. No, I've shared the rings with the guy that are there now, you know what I mean? So I've taken an awful lot away, and I know where the benchmark is, I know where I need to aim for. And it gives you that great comfort then, knowing going into these fights, I've been in the ring with these guys. This is where I want to be, so I have to blow these guys out of the water early on to get to where I want to be,
You mentioned Dillian. Dillian caused a bit of a stir in the boxing world. He's got the fight with Tyson Fury, but didn't turn up at the press conference. Your thoughts on that?
People are saying he didn't turn up at the press conference and, he's not helping to sell the fight. But there's more people talking about that press conference now from him not turning up than if he had went to the press conference and threw a table. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. All that matters is fight night. That's what I think personally. If someone felt like they've been hard done by, or people aren't following the rules, there's going to have to be some kind of retaliation. So I think Dillian's just going media silent, you know what I mean? And he's not obligated to do anything else, so it is what it is.
How about in terms of the fight, how does it play out on April 23rd?
I think a couple of rounds would be sketchy getting into it, but then Dillian's going to get right down on his chest, rough him up, and I think left hook finish. That's just my own personal opinion, People, every time I say something in an interview, the comments go crazy. All the Fury fanboys come down. I like Fury. I really like Fury. But I just think his style is all wrong for Fury, and I think he's going to get chin.
Thomas, let's bring this back to you. What can people expect to see? Everyone loves a heavyweight. What can people expect to see from you at the weekend?
A big flashy KO or else a masterclass performance. But masterclass performance first. They're going to see me fundamentals. Like the lads there on Matchroom, Darren and Chris, they actually complimented me yesterday, you know, that I'm fundamentally sound, and I'm glad they noticed, because I take great pride in my actual style of boxing. You know, everything I do is correct and by the book. I've been skilled well, you know what I mean. So I'm going to put on a good masterclass performance first, and if the stoppage comes, you can guarantee I'll be taking it. You know, I don't know whether you've seen my last fight, but as soon as I had the guy hurt, it was only going to end one way. You know what I mean? It was only going one way. I wasn't going to see out the rounds or anything like that.
I saw your debut, I believe, but your second fight was over in America, wasn't it?
No, debut was in Belgium. Second fight was at the O2.
That's the one.
Yeah, you saw the one at the O2. So it took me around the two to get into it. But once I landed on him, you know, it was only one left hand really that I landed on that started it all off. So fair play to him. He kind of sustained the attack that I was putting on. But this time, being a hell of a lot sharper.
Thomas, thank you so much for speaking to Boxing Social. Wish you all the best at the weekend. Once again, thank you for speaking to Boxing Social. Appreciate it.